Welcome back to Apex Auction Recons. Guys, I did pick up another vehicle, not at an auction, not at the local public auction or IAA or Copart or Manheim, but I did pick up one through a private sale, and it's really hard to get footage when you're on private property at times. So I'll save the footage to bring the car back here. We can do a quick walk around. Let me show you what I picked up. There is a lot of real estate on this vehicle, so a lot of room for testing of detailing tools and products. It looks good from afar, but it does have a ton of swirls, and we'll see what works and what doesn't on this particular finish to bring it back to pristine condition and then protect it and preserve all the work we do. Let's take a look. And here is the new to me Mercedes with my AMG GT now sitting in an IAA parking lot itself. I wanted to replace it with something for the time being, something comfortable this time. Obviously the GT is meant for speed, not a whole lot of comfort there, just a lot of thrills. I wanted something I can relax in, go to dinner and enjoy during the weekend. We'll see how long I have it. The GT was completely totaled. It didn't look that bad, but all of the airbags did deploy, and there was some structural damage because it did total the car that came into my lane and hit me head on. So this is a 2003 S430. This is a big boat. This is a heavy vehicle at 4,600 pounds. It is a two-wheel drive. It does come in four-wheel and two-wheel drive variants. This is the rear-wheel drive, and this is a comfort vehicle. It should float like a boat. It should be like sitting in your living room to drive it to dinner, and after a long day of detailing, especially still going through physical rehab. I look forward to it. Let's do a quick walk around. I'll show you what we have with this vehicle. I absolutely love it. So this is the Mercedes pewter metallic color. It's a variant between silver and gray. It does look really good from here, from about 3 to 4 feet or further. There are some rock chips to take care of. I will show you towards the end of the video what we will be working on. There's plenty to do here and plenty of detailing products to test. And, but other than that, it is a 4-door, 5-seater. It is a long vehicle. It is very well taken care of, guys. The service records came with it. Anything it needed, it was taken to a certified mechanic or the Mercedes dealership. The first thing I did when I got it, as I always do, is a 50% tint. And to me, a 50% is classy. You could still see through the vehicle. You could see the occupants, so I won't get in trouble with any of the local officers. If they're watching, just look the other way. And you can also see it and see the details of the beautiful interior through that tint. But it is a ceramic tint. We use X-Sun. It's a carbon ceramic tint, so it will block that solar energy and keep it cooler, but protect my interior. And wait till you see it. Just like the outside, the inside is mint and well taken care of. This does have the AMG GT package, AMG wheels, the side skirts, the front and rear bumper are a bit different, some small differences, and wrapped around those AMG wheels are some Michelin 245/45 ZR 18s, and every single one has plenty of meat like new. A longer sedan, a longer 4-door sedan. It is 203 inches long, 73 inches wide, and 57 inches high. Let's pop open the hood and take a look at that 4.3 liter. So this thing, my friends, is a 4.3 liter V8. Give me a couple seconds while I find the lever for the hood. There we go. And the 4.3 liter puts out at 275 horsepower. Again, this isn't set up to be a speed demon like the GT was, but it does have plenty of power to get out from under its own feet. It's in excellent shape under here and well taken care of. The one thing that does make me a little nervous, and what makes the S40 a little different from the S50, is the W220 uses a twin spark ignition system. So each cylinder has 8 ignition coils or packs, and that means there's 1 coil per cylinder, which produces spark for 2 spark plugs per cylinder. So that's 16 plugs. And that does make me a little nervous. I'm just waiting for that check engine light to come on because of a misfire with all of that, all the electronics there. The air system is well taken care of. It's an air ride, so it does float down the roadway. It's very, very comfortable. A very spacious trunk in the S430. There we go. Okay, you have to hold it. My apologies, I'm still trying to figure this thing out, but it does have a spacious trunk, nice and plush. The mats are back here. It does have a CD changer in here. I know you slide that to the right and you hit this button and the cartridge should pop out if it's working properly. And 6 CD, yep, load that baby up, slide it in there, and you have some tunes. I don't even know if I have CDs anymore. Do they even, I mean, everything's digital now. Does Best Buy still even sell CDs? And I guess I have to go to a thrift shop to find some. And the last thing I want to show you on the exterior before we hop inside, the soft closed doors. There you go. Very nice. When it comes to the interior, in excellent shape, and we're going to clean this and protect everything in here, preserve all the finishes. The real wood trim, not a crack anywhere, all the way across, anywhere in the interior. The seats, the bolsters are in great shape. We're going to clean and protect them. We're going to have a lot of surface material to work with this big beast. And it's very comfortable and is as comfortable as it looks, my friends. So let's hop in here. This has the old school key, plug in. Oh, radio works. Let's turn that down. Nice and quiet, no taps, no knocks, no exhaust leaks, and more importantly, no check engine lights. There are some marker lights to look after. I don't have a problem with that. So there we go. We have the old school AM, FM tuner. Down here are all the controls for the air conditioning. It does have power seats with the controls on the door panels. And we have the lumbar down here, cup holder. And here is a goofy cup holder. I wouldn't trust anything to sit in there, not even a shot glass. Push that back in there, we'll close that. More storage down in here. I believe this is a cigarette lighter and ashtray.
I know where the exits are, and I want to be allowed to smoke.
Because early 2000s. And we have the ride control, stabilization, lock, unlock, and some stuff that I have to learn. But yeah, very comfortable. We have the light switches up here. We have the control for the sunroof, up, down, back, forward, and then you can close it off altogether. In the back, a lot of room, very plush. again, feels just as plush as it looks. I can sit in here and have plenty of room for my skinny knees. Not a whole lot when it comes to technology, late 90s, early 2000s. However, if you want to smoke, there you go.
I know where the exits are, and I want to be allowed to smoke.
Let's head out, take it for a test drive. The driving experience on these vehicles is the highlight and second to none. Out in the sun, the metallic pewter really comes to life. I don't know what it would look like if we did a matte or satin PPF on it, full body, but I like it the way it is. I like the gloss. Okay guys, I did drive this home from the purchase, so I know pretty much everything works. But let's take it out for another test drive just because it's a good place to be in the interior here. It's a good ride. Everything is smooth. The shifting is smooth. The only thing that is a little concerning is because the car is so heavy, the braking. You do want to give yourself at least 2 or 3 car lengths in between cars and lay back even further so you give yourself plenty of room to stop in such a heavy beast. It does have a heavy-duty brake system, but you still have to lay back and give yourself. You know, after the wreck I had with the AMG, you're a lot more conscious and driving a lot more defensively on the roadways, and that's going to stick with me for quite some time. But this thing is smooth as butter and so comfortable. I've been looking for something like this for a long time, and since it's so well taken care of, I had a real good feeling about it. So again, around 100,000 miles, and I want to be, always transparent with the mileage and the cost to pick it up, and what I get for it if I do finally eventually sell it. So I did pay $8,500 for it. Let me know down in the comments section if what you've seen so far, and if it does hold up without problems straight off the bat. Is that right on the money? Is that something that's I overpaid for, or was it a good deal? Let me know. So I will be addressing that side marker lamp. As soon as I get back, I'll find out which one it is and replace it. After that, we should be pretty much good to go. But always nice to look over that long front end, that long hood, and see that gorgeous Mercedes emblem. I've had a Mercedes in the lineup for quite some time, since I was, a young buck, had the license. They were, there's really only one thing that's more expensive than a new Mercedes, and that is an older Mercedes, such as this. So you got to keep up with the maintenance, drive it right, don't have to beat the crap out of it, and you'll be perfectly fine. This feels good. We have an AutoZone right down the road, so I stopped, got a marker bulb. It was the one on that side. They are both working now. So we can bring it back in, and I can show you what we're going to be going after. We do want to perfect and clean and disinfect all surfaces before we protect. So now that we have it back inside under these harsh lights, I can show you what we will be going after. So although, again, it does look decent from here, I believe if I can get this thing to, there we go, starting to focus. It doesn't know where to focus with all the lights in here, but there you go, you can see them. There are scratches and swirls galore on this thing that we need to remove, and we're going to go after them. They are on the side of the vehicle, as you can see there as well. We want to remove all of those. I'm going to grab the paint depth gauge. We'll walk around the vehicle, see if there's been any repairs anywhere, and see how much clear we do have to work with. The A-pillars, which are very soft, you can see how swirled they are. So there is a lot of work to do on this. We're going to protect everything from the paint to the glass to the wheels, interior headlights, taillights. No PPF on this one. We're just going to use all coatings. When it comes to paint depth, to see what we're going to be working with, from what I remember in 2003, we should be looking for anywhere from between 4 and 5 mils, and it could vary greatly depending on what panel we're on. Let's start on the hood, work our way around the vehicle. There's 4. I don't want to see anything less than 4, hopefully. 4.5. Oof, that's a little low there. There's 4. What we don't want to see is the paint thickness jumping from 4 or 5 to an 8 or higher. That would mean one of the panels has been repaired and resprayed. Right now, this whole side here is original, slightly on the thin side, so we're going to have to be careful, and that's going to be fun. So then we have to find a combination of polisher pad and compound that will remove the swirl marks and the love marks, however, not remove a whole hell of a lot of clear. And then we're going to put some substantial protection on top to build back up. So far, so good. I'm excited to see that there hasn't been one repainted panel so far. Oof. One more. No, 2 more. We have to check out this door here. This one. Okay, that's good. And now this fender. And there we are. Let's get a good reading up here between 4 and 5. I'll take that. No panel has been repainted. That makes me feel good. There was no reports, accident reports, that I saw or took notice of anyway, so also great news. When it comes to gloss, when it leaves here, after being corrected and protected, I want somewhere around 103 gloss units. Let's see where we stand as of now. It shouldn't be too bad. 92. So there seems to be plenty of room for improvement. 92. Kind of consistent so far. This vehicle is all the way around, which is great to see. 89. Let's see the trunk. 91. So I am going to bet that we can get it up around 103 gloss units when we're finished with it. And for every 4 or 5 gloss units that you can increase on paint, the naked eye will pick that up and you'll be able to see it. So I look forward to seeing this when it's done. Okay, good friends, that's going to do it for this video. I'm not exactly sure if the next video will be us digging into the paint here and trying to perfect all surfaces and get them clean before we protect. But it should be coming up shortly. Until then, love you all. Thanks for stopping in, and I'll see you in the next video.